Hey everyone, it's the Wargaming Guy, and welcome back to Burden of Command. This is our final training exercise. We just successfully assaulted somebody, huzzah and hosanna, in our last one, and we have just wrapped up. Me, Lieutenant Guy, boldly leading the way. We've wrapped up my little movement time in this turn, so... they moved a leader. Uh-huh. Very interesting. Okay, these guys are all done, so it's time for the El Tanko. He shot this, but it's obviously still there. Is he pointed that way? I guess he is. Let's fire. Does it? Okay, now it blows up. Okay, great. So now I've got one order. I'm going to come up here so I can see. And then we'll see what happens from there. I still have orders. The leader does, but the tank doesn't. So, you know, that's kind of the way it is. Do they have... No, let's not do that. Okay, so it does show them smoking. That's kind of nice. Okay, we'll move on. We got to go to the next turn, boys. There we go. Yes, we know. All right, this time I want to start with the tank. See what we can do here. Flanked. Pretends to be shot. What? Okay. What do I... It won't let me? Why not? I just shot. Well, the tank's got an order, so I don't understand. Well, if I bolster, that's it. I don't have any orders. Okay, fine. Okay, now the steward's still got an order. It won't do it. Are you sure? Let's try this. Nope. Well, I'm not really sure what the heck is going on here. You can only shoot once in an impulse, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we got that. Okay, let's take you again. You guys are going to shoot. Good. All right, so you are going to bolster.
Give it to him.
And you're going to go give it to him, as you so wisely said. Yeah, they surrender, right? Yes! Two, my friends. Not one, but two successful assaults in a row. It's a record. I get so excited over little things, don't I? All right. So, that's good. These guys are in bad shape. I wonder if... I don't really want to come down here. I want to go up there. I wonder if I take the captain. I can't get there, but if I move to here, what happens? Let's... No. No. Cancel. Okay. Stop. Stop. There, he'll do that. He can shoot them. I guess I could take, I want to go this way, but something tells me I should really take these guys at some point. Okay, the captain's got, oh, so these guys can move under the captain's order, eh? There is somebody up there, though. That's the problem. Yeah. Shoot him. Okay, we both got suppressed on that one. And he's still got orders. No, they don't. But these guys do. But I can't use Captain Guy yet, so. No, I can. He's leading. How did that happen? I'm not sure. Let's move. Let's bolster.
Come on!
And yes! Three in a row, people. Not one, not two, but 3 successful assaults. Okay. I know I'm like way overly stupidly excited about this, but oh, I forgot. He's still got, yeah, we can still do that though, right? I guess he's got orders. I should be able to go back to him. Yes, indeed. That means you. Yeah. That ought to wake him up. Boom! How you like them apples, baby? All right. They're still halfway decent. Well, maybe not. All right. We're actually out, so we need to go to the next turn. Hope I didn't get myself too far out of whack doing this. Yes, we know this. Okay, let's take the tank first. They're in pretty rough shape, I would say, at this point. Right? Yeah, well, the leader's in pretty good shape. These guys aren't bad. Okay, so back to the tank. Wait, I thought it would. What happens if I just come up here? Will it let me shoot? No, because there's no orders. Okay. Ah, they do have somebody there. I knew it. Is that it? No, they're still firing over there. Okay, are we? No, we're not. Come on, I want the captain. Okay, captain. Hit him with that. Yeah, baby. Nice. That should do something to them. I really wanted to go further than that, but I guess we can go here. Okay, that's it for that. So that means these guys, can they do anything? They can shoot. Take on that MMG. See if we can beat it down a little bit. And I think, what about this guy? Yeah, he can Yeah, let's go this way. Come on. Really? Oh, you're both in need of something here. I can't do anything. Oh, no orders, of course. I gotta get them back up to speed here pretty quick. That's it, except for this guy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move you up here. They're just gonna have to take care of. Hello. There we go. Let's take a shot at them.
Nail him.
All right. Out of orders. Rats. I wanted to move this guy at least. This guy. Nothing. All right. We have to go to the next turn. Because we're, out. Okay. Yes, we know the objective. So let's take Wilson first. Let's bolster.
You gonna let an old man do all the work?
Can I go that far? Do it. Wasn't what I planned, but they're not gonna do it. Fine, shoot at him.
Carter, stop your gawking and fire.
So that means you're out of. Yeah, you're out of orders. Rats. Okay, I want. And I want to bolster these guys. I thought their morale would be pretty high having taken that, but I was wrong. They don't want to move either. Why? What? Crap. All right. You can't do anything? Well, that sucks. All right. Oh, wait. Okay, now we're going to go with the captain. We're going to bolster.
We're not licked yet.
It's a machine gun. They should be able to
With
take
me.
it.
Charge!
Yeah. Yes. 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 We've got him, boys. Red team just lost again. The men of Nickel Company cheer wearily and gather around. The tank likewise draws near, chewing up ground as it goes. No, no, no. You'll get bogged down. He's not wrong, Bennett notes as the two of you walk over. Once more, the field umpire turns to you. Oh, that's a nice shot. Look at that. Ugh. Wouldn't it be fun to have to clean that every day? Or maybe even more than once. That's the stuff when you think about tanks you don't think about. Like tensioning the track. If you've ever watched The Chieftain on YouTube. Yeah, that just sounds like loads of fun. Okay. Bennett pushes the officer out of the grinding. Wait a minute. Field umpire is slow to realize his looming. Oh, the tank's going to run him over. Bennett pushes him out of the way, but the treads don't stop clawing backward. Bennett falls into their path. Graphic image warning. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's pretty graphic. You race towards Bennett. His leg goes under the track with a sickening crunch. You grab hold and pull. Your hand slips and meets the treads. Agony rises and consumes you. Medic! What? We can't lose Bennett. Come on. It's training, for crap's sake. Oh, bootlicker. Successfully completed boot camp. Is that me? Thanks. Appreciate that. Or maybe it's somebody else. Okay, the men think it was a draw. They're wrong. The mission is a draw. They're wrong. We won. We took the objective. It's not my fault you made me stop. I would have taken all the rest of it. So there. Continue. Wake up. Your eyes snap open. The missing finger on your hand burns. Captain, the missing finger on your hand burns? Captain, looms over you. You okay? The shared pain from the training accident is still written in his eyes. Even after these busy weeks, it's time to get up, Lieutenant. The final briefing is in 5 minutes. I lost a finger. The bunk shifts beneath you. Captain Lamb extends a hand to help you to your feet. Subtle shift of the ship beneath your boots makes you stumble. The creak of the hull, followed by a low moan of protesting steel. It's an unpleasant reminder that home is now far away. 8th of November, 1942, off of Morocco. Dear boy, here we go. We'll be fighting the Frenchies first, and then we'll get to the Krauts down the road. We must be close now. I just want dry land. I hate waiting. I know you're still having a bad time with what happened to Bennett. He should be here rather than strapped to a bed, but we can't change that. We can only accept our responsibility and keep on moving. I know, I keep telling myself that. Me too, Captain Lamb replies. Maybe one of these days I'll believe it. But listen, what we need right now is a field officer. That's why I fought for your transfer. When the orders come down, I know you'll lead your men. You'll weigh the mission against men. Men you know. Men who all have someone waiting for them at home. That's our burden. I get it, sir. I won't let you down. Them down. Good. Keep calm, look after your men, do the best you can. Okay, so now let's go lead. Shouts arise from the deck. Deck is packed with soldiers and guns and ordnance. It never ends, does it? He says. Captain's in a hurry, you hear Private Roberts say in the den of the mess hall. So they're all there getting their stuff. We have to expect that with Lamb. Private Hancock replies. He needs to keep busy.
But all resistance, by whomever offered, must be destroyed.
That's right.
However, when any of the French soldiers seek to surrender, you will accept it and treat them with the respect due a brave opponent and future ally.
That's right.
Remember, the French are not Nazis or Japs.
They're just on their side temporarily. Okay. Lamb's old man screwed up back in the last big one. Oh, this is all stupid gossip. The pair glance your way briefly, then scurry up the ladder, heading for the open hatch, fresh air, and invasion preparation. Lieutenant, a familiar voice calls from behind you as the privates disappear. You turn to see Sergeant Grant, his features tight with the usual strain as he steps into the corridor's sparse light. In his sinewy hands, he cradles a cup of steaming dark liquid that doesn't clog the nose like his usual blackstrap coffee. Our captain thought you could use this. So, no second nap? He'd be right. I'll sell my commission for a cup. What's the old phrase about NCOs bearing gifts? We'll do that. Not unless you want to miss the war, Grant quips. The coffee is a rich brown instead of the usual tar-like horror that the crew of the Bliss normally brews. Its warmth in your hand proves a welcome ally against the night's chill. Nickel Company's other lieutenants are already seated when you step through the door. The briefing room, really just a cleared section of the cargo hold, grows crowded as the officers from 3rd Battalion dribble in. Everybody seems eager to know if any part of the plan has been changed. A hush falls over the room as your battalion commander, Major Eugene Cloud, steps beside a chalkboard filled with times, movement arrows, and unit symbols. The major idly brushes a hand across his golden oak leafs insignia, and the other lieutenants quickly take seats, so I'm going to join them. It's a long trip on this most pleasant of luxury liners, Major Cloud remarks, letting the sarcasm go there. Okay, but we're here. We're at French Morocco. I'm going to sip my coffee and listen. Coffee brews hot and bracing, enough to dispel the last of your weariness. There's where we're going. Major Cloud's pointer stick smacks against the map pinned on the chalkboard. A slice of Morocco is inked there, although the details are sparse. 0445 hours, our regiment will land as a part of the 3rd Infantry Division under Major General Patton. Our objective is to subdue all French, that is to say Vichy French, forces in Morocco. In particular, 3rd Battalion will be landed last as a reserve to assist the 1st and 2nd Battalions in their efforts to seize key fortifications and coastal batteries here near a small port town called Fidalia, or Fidalia, however you pronounce that. Drinking my coffee. See, this is what I would do unless I had a real question. And this is not a real question. That's stupid. So I'm just going to drink my coffee. With the tip of the pointer, Major Cloud outlines the landing beaches, red 1, 2, and 3, last of which is where your company will come ashore. This is America's first operation in the Western Theater. We cannot afford to foul this up. We have surprise. We'll use it to overwhelm the Vichy in Fidalia before Casablanca can send reinforcements. Until our artillery lands, the Navy will lend us their guns. For air power, we have the planes of the USS Ranger. We're trusting our lives to the Navy. There's really no question to ask about that. These are all stupid things to say. So, the drugs are bitter but potent. Most of the French soldiers posted here are colonial troops. They might not want to fight for Marshal Pétain, but if they do, don't hesitate to open fire. Speed is the key. As stated, 1st and 2nd Battalions will form the initial waves in company, Major Cloud says and looks at you, will act as guides and secure a landing zone for the rest of the 3rd Battalion when we go ashore an hour after the initial landings. If there are problems once ashore, it falls to us to step out of reserve and pick up the slack. Any questions, comments? Now's the time to ask. How likely are the French to give up? What if we run into French armor? How about civilians? What's off the beach and inland? That's not a bad question. If a ceasefire has not been negotiated by H-hour, then it's safe to assume that all French forces are hostile. Shoot until you see white flags. Next. Johnson, fresh 2nd Lieutenant from L Company, asked about the possibility of attacking French armor with heavy machine guns. Apparently, he'd seen it in some old training film. The Major puts an end to that foolish notion. Enemy tanks are preferably to be engaged by anti-tank guns, and friendly armor firing at division ports is a last recourse. The question of civilians is bandied about until Major Cloud puts his foot down. Avoid contact with civilians where possible, and casualties if practical. We're liberators, not conquerors. How far are we liberating? Captain Lamb asks as he steps through the door. His hands are blackened by oil and grease that a rag can't quite clean. Barring direct orders to the contrary, go ashore, advance as far as you can. Fidalia, Casablanca, Major Cloud replies. Berlin, Captain Lamb asks. If you get there, book me in the Kaiserhof Hotel. What is it, Captain? I was just on the deck. Lieutenant Howard, my exec, got his hand crushed in a cleat, Captain Lamb says. Nickel Company is going into battle, and I need someone to handle the back half. Now? Major Cloud asks, clearly less than thrilled. The idea, or venue, for the discussion. We're on the first wave. We start loading in half an hour. The Major's gaze sweeps the room as he seeks a quick answer. Wonder what this does game-wise. We're not getting anything out of it. What about using one of your own officers? Or one of those might make a good XO. Sir, I'd rather not rob Peter to pay Paul. My platoons need their leaders. You know I'm down an experienced first sergeant already, and now his replacement is in sickbay with a burning fever. That's why my XO had to do the loading. Only now I don't have an XO, Major. I've got to have someone that can take the initiative with the company while I'm otherwise engaged. Sorry, Eli, Major Cloud says after a thoughtful moment. Nobody can be spared. Moving on. Captain Lamb tenders his superior officer a resigned, if understanding, nod, and that seems to be that. Major Cloud glances at his watch. It's now nearly midnight. We start loading the boats at 0015 hours, and God willing, we'll be moving inland before sunrise at 0600. Get your men ready on the deck. Dismissed. Okay. Let's see. What's this here? Sergeant Grant's arm shoots out, grabbing the man, hauling him onto the boat. Okay, so Crosley's spazzing out here. The weapon clatters against the hull as it slides towards the stern. Just before it plunges into the deep, the strap is caught by a cleat on the outer hull. It dangles there, just inches above the inky water, between the landing craft and the rusted bulk of Tasker H. Bliss. Didn't you hear, Crosley? They canceled gymnastics at the Olympics. The platoon chuckles nervously as the BAR gunner rises. With the boat due to depart in a few minutes, there's no time to draw a replacement weapon. Without the BAR, your squad's down to their rifles and, as Morris pointedly notes, bayonets. Sergeant Grant crawls Crosley over, jaw clenched. Here and now's a fresh chance to lead. Really lead these men. The question is, new lessons or old habits? Crosley looks at you apologetically. Sorry, he mumbles. Higgins' boat thumps against the ship's hull, threatening to dislodge the weapon and possibly crush anyone unlucky enough to get caught between it. Corporal, retrieve that weapon. Watch as I bring that gun back myself. Leave it, you'd probably drown. Lieutenant, everyone on the boat is watching. The naval coxswain, blah, 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 blah. Risk be damned, this is the best way. If I lead, my men will follow. The trick is not dying. The trick to not dying is not to die. Stern rises and falls. The strap is wedged tight, but you manage to work it free bit by bit and pull the automatic rifle back aboard. When you drop back down the deck, a round of cheers erupts, following by light laughter when you return the BAR to the offending corporal. There. Thank you, LT. I won't let it happen again. You look over just in time to see Sergeant Grant with the last of your men climbing aboard. Ready here? Get this boat moving. And you're on your way. So here we go, finally. Doing any last minute aiding of the men. He's got a lot of prestige. Loyalty. None of this is available, apparently. Is this available? Okay. Can't do it. All right, we'll leave the rest. See how we do after combat, which should make a big difference if I can do halfway decent. Red Beach, November 8th, 1942. We'll just shorten that up. And here we go.
We were green as grass.
It's been 4 hours since you loaded up. The men have long since given up being dry, let alone warm. They hunker down, blah, blah, blah. Red light flickers, coxswain, a young man. Wow, this is loud water. Coxswain stares over the top. Lightweight coxswain throttles up. Morris and Patterson are near the front. Their usual banter subdued by the constant pounding. When you call out, the pair turn, just as a shower of salt spray slaps against Patterson, coating him afresh. The lanky man turns and raises a fist. Laughter ripples up and down the boat. A rumble like a freight train passes overhead. Patterson hastily jerks his upraised hand back down. A fountain of water bursts into the night sky. White flashes shatter. I love that. That's a real picture or not. That's really good. Okay, you are right there, Roberts. He's barfing. How could I not be? He tries a weak smile. I'm off of that rusty bathtub of a ship and no one shot me yet. Private Hancock edges up. Come on, come up front. The air's better. Trust me. Okay, so the engine sputters, dying down to a low rumble. You see the coxswain heaving at the wheel with all his might, his eyes wide in terror. You lurch to the side as the boat goes into a hard turn away from the shore. What the heck is the swabby doing? No, we're not going to do that. I might do that. You thrust the barrel of your weapon, push him from the helm, get us to the beach. I'm trying, but you aren't making it easy. He jerks the wheel around. Something dark beneath the water flashes past on either side. Ahead, another boat capsizes, spilling its human cargo into the sea. You hear Captain Lamb shout out above the din. The coxswain slows the engine, turns the wheel hard once, twice, and then throttles up once more. A sonorous, I should be able to say that word, sonorous, I guess, vibration ripples. Let him drive or pilot, whatever this is. Madre Dios! But this is not said when we were briefed. The coxswain, I can't even talk today, says so. Okay. We must move fast inland. Countless drills were for this moment. The hull shudders beneath you. Debark now. I see sand. Private Hancock says, come on. You leap over the side into waist-deep water. Your men follow. The moment you drop into the surf, the chill of the ocean numbs your toes. The awful stink of gasoline thickens the air as you struggle onto the sand. This is one big snafu. Gee, Morris replies as he hugs the beach just a few feet away. Maybe they're tired of your flapping gums already. You blink aside the sting of salt spray and spy a huddle of men a few yards off. Sergeant Grant's among them. Lieutenant, Grant calls you. First and second squads are here. Third squad scattered itself good. Can't even find Roberts. 20-odd men from your platoon, a bare 2 squads of greasy, salt-splashed soldiers. Like Patterson said, snafu. Corporal Crowley passes his BAR to his assistant, then recovers a 30 cal that dangles from a wrecked boat, adopting it into the platoon's arsenal of democracy. Just like that. You've got machine gun support. Ocean waves crash in, drenching your men afresh. Time to get them moving. Off the beach, let's go. You lead your men forward, your men follow, loose column, Lieutenant Colonel barks as he waves you and your men over. Colonel, sir. That I am. I don't recognize you, son. Who are you with? I'm with Nickel Company. Out of the 3rd Battalion? Not anymore. You're with me, 1st Battalion, until we get this mess sorted out. Yes, sir. Excellent. Right now, I need you to lead these men like back in OCS. Afterward, the crack of a machine gun fire drowns out whatever he was going to say, get that SOB before he stitches up any more of our men. This is definitely an order. Mission: take the machine gun position. The men suffer no more than light casualties. Okay. Oh, we got the Lieutenant Colonel? We do. All right, let's pick him first. Let's bolster. And then let's do some shooting.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils foutent là? Pourquoi on se bat contre eux?
Okay.
Tell my wife I love her.
Shoot him again.
Dégage! On a déjà suffisamment d'emmerdes.
Okay, that's it for that. So. Oh, crap, they're rallying. That's bad. Yes, I know what the objective is. Okay. Why don't we put you over here? Fire. Ah, crap, they took a casualty. Dang it.
Teach Frenchie a lesson!
Okay, so he's done. No, he's got one more order. Let's bring you over here. Maybe you won't get fired on quite as bad. Are you sure you can't shoot anyone? Nope, can't do it. Wow, only 4 turns. They're not messing around. Let's bolster.
Ne prendre pas la pipe.
All right, that's going to do for him.
La France est de notre
Crap, they rallied. Now, he's got 3 orders left.
Don't let up.
Come on. Let's bolster. Come on, boys, you can do it.
Forward.
You can do it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Another successful assault from Assault Boy himself. All right. So that's the end of that. Let's see if maybe we can get you to fire again. No, the machine gun's out, so we can't. Okay, 3 turns left. I'm going to take the the LC, I guess I should call him for short, maybe. Probably not. Let's bolster. Let him have it. Let him have it again. Yes, we know. And that's that. So you are the one I want. I've only got 3 orders. So I'm going to bolster.
Come on.
And I'm going to take the hill.
Come on,
With a primal cry, you and your men rush toward the enemy. Rifle fire flashes in the dark. The sputter of the machine gun, blah, blah, blah. As you crest the firing pit, you find yourself face to face with a pair of French soldiers beside their machine gun, one dark, one pale. The nearest man bangs hastily on the receiver with a hammer, while the other strains to shift the stuck bolt. Your squad falls upon him, shooting, kicking, screaming. One of them manages the last scream. The other goes down. The gun pit is captured. Major victory! Major victory. Call me Major Victory from this point on, ladies and germs. And with this, we are going to call it a halt for now. We'll go to the next thing here. We're going to exit the story and save. We'll be back next time for more, as I finally feel like I know how to play this game, and I know it's taken hours of your time and mine to get me here. So thanks for watching if you still have been. I appreciate it. Take care out there, everybody, and we'll be back with more later.